Grandpa's Café in Dania.
Hold the Mayo. It's time for Mike Mayo's Lunchbox. Find out what's being served with Mike, Defo and Lubie, the only show that covers food, sports, and the proper maintenance of your car. And now, a man who had the distinction of having an entire health clinic named in his honor, Mike Mayo.
I want the flim sauce with the awesome fave, with shafafa on the side.
Hey, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to a remote edition of Mike Mayo's Lunchbox. Yes, we're on the road again, Jeff Defo DeForest, and look where we are. We haven't been in a while. The introductions while I get us loaded up.
Pizza Spot is a great place. It's not hard to find, as Mayo would suggest. You don't have to be and go GPS, although I almost beat the crap out of my GPS partner yesterday trying to find this luncheon that I was going to, which is why I missed the show in honor of the great John Footy Cross. But a great place. I mean, there was an influx of New Haven-style pizza that came, I want to say, after the fact. After, the Pizza Spot got going here, all of a sudden in Boca, you had like, 2-3 places, Michael? And then
they got
Pepe's opened up out there in that, fancy schmancy used to be the Broward Mall or whatever that was. And now, a very nice place in terms of shops and restaurants and everything. And we had a good time over there. But Wade, I think he's the best.
Don't forget Reese.
The best.
Wade and Reese are the couple behind the Pizza Spot. And
you discovered this joint, too, which is good.
Well, with the help of the Let's Eat South Florida Facebook group, 122,000 strong. But this was way
22?
back.
Where do the other twos come from?
I don't know. They just
every
keep
week.
They keep paragliding it. No, that's the wrong
no
word to
paragliding.
use.
Don't use that word.
Okay. I got it on my brain.
You use the word to try and insult Lubie and me on our morning show on the chat line that I have no idea what the hell. What was that? It was like when Howard Cosell said you're very truculent.
No, I said you're a bunch of troglodytes. That's me. All right, let's set the table. First of all, we're here at Pizza Spot.
We
a little bit of a gray overcast day. We had a little rain shower.
Mike Mayo says, "Hey, the rainy season is over.
Good. We've got a lunch crowd that's filling in now.
How about
We've got
Rich coming out?
One of our Let's Eat regulars, Rich Fort Lauderdale, is gracing us with an appearance, and he loves the Pizza Spot.
A man of taste.
Side Park neighborhood. The address here is
Don't say 601
Southwest 12th Avenue. Well, look, I looked at the Yelp reviews today just to see, what the other people are saying, and somebody was saying it's kind of hard to find. You got to go twisting around these different terms. Now, if you have GPS, it is easy to find.
You don't even need it. It's easy.
And there's basically two ways to get here. I come up off the Davie Boulevard exit on 95, and then it's very easy. You just bang a left turn on 15th, and then you take a couple of turns and follow the GPS. Or you can come right off Broward Boulevard.
Southwest
11th all the way, and then over the Swing Bridge, baby. Swing.
I like that little bridge, man. It's kind of like the bridge over the River Kwai, man. It's unbelievable.
Fun fact, there's only 2 of these swing bridges operating in the state of Florida. This is one of them. The problem is when they break. That's a real pain in the butt.
Well, that would be the problem with any bridge, I would imagine, that when things don't go well.
Anyway, we're here, and we got some hot pies out of the oven. We got the cheesy garlic bread, which is a Wade specialty. Delicious.
That is awesome.
And then we've got, we've got his wine. We don't want the wine to spill all over everything.
I dropped the glass at Gulfstream.
We garden in a box here. We've got,
Doesn't that smell good?
Defoe's vegetable pie.
Your cheeseless pizza looks good.
So, of course. All right.
So you threw anchovies on there like a real schmuck? Unbelievable, man.
Okay, you're going to have to take this up with Wade because he will tell you the tomato pie which you mock.
You bought a frozen pizza at Publix,
look at this
and it came with no cheese, you would take it back.
No,
you would hope that you saved a receipt, that it was somewhere stuck in the bottom of a plastic bag and you could get your money back. But I know it's a delicacy in terms of New Haven pies.
It's a New Haven specialty. One of the original things that, you might call a cheeseless pizza, not a pizza. But first of all,
let me get a little cheese flavor to it.
He sprinkles some pecorino romano on it. So did
he only go half anchovy?
Factually incorrect that there is no cheese on it. There is some cheese. It's a sprinkling, a scattering of cheese, a just a little bit of
No,
a.
the truth
essence
is,
of
it's actually
cheese.
tasty. But you have to see. Your problem is, Mike Mayo. We all know this now. After 2 years of listening to you on a show, that your intellectual level is an unfortunate detriment to your ability to enjoy life.
You mean I'm so smart, I'm stupid?
You're so smart, you're stupid. Exactly.
That's another way of putting it.
You talk yourself into a lot of weird stuff, but
right.
I will attest to the fact that even though we were busting your chops, that pizza is very
it's
good.
a delicious pie, and I got half anchovy because Wade explained to me that the traditional
Well, you can count Lubie out, I think, for
when
the one
Pepe's
half.
and Sally's first got going in the early 1900s, the way that a lot of the traditional immigrants from Italy, they didn't put a lot of pizza on the pizza like the mozzarella.
Stuff,
They
I'll
got
try an
watch your
anchovy.
beer, yeah.
I'll try
A slice, but what they did was just have what they call the tomato pie. Look at this. You talk about
It's different.
one time when we did a
pizza.
show here, Mr. Portnoy himself showed up unannounced. He wasn't on our show. He just snuck a pie.
In fact, he sneered at us for being on
he's
the
like
show.
weird.
But he ordered something that he ordered in advance. It was sitting around for a little while, and then it had a bunch of stuff on it. Just flopped. If you want a no flop pizza,
it doesn't flop at all.
You get this
look at
tomato
that
pie.
thing,
I mean, I
traditional,
don't know what that means, no flop,
old
It looks
world
like me in my
style.
20s, man.
And
It
I
looks great. Man.
Wade was explaining to me that there was a gentleman who was a regular when he first opened that would order one of these tomato pies with anchovies every week. And I said, I never had it with the anchovies. But
Oh,
he
yeah?
said,
You're
you
going to
got
try it that way? I'm not a big anchovy fan. I mean, you can count me out there.
How can you say there's no flavor? His sauce, Wade's sauce, to me, is the highlight of his
we were
whole...
just kidding
giving you a
because it's
hard
you.
time.
Yeah.
Right.
Look, we don't
I
mean
was
to
hoping you
condemn
were
it.
watching, and then once I knew you were watching, I went all in.
Yeah, the
It wasn't denigrating
anchovies...
Wade or recent anyway. It was more after you, to be brutally honest. 'Cause it's fun.
I like anchovies because they give it that umami flavor. That
it's
that
very
fifth
what?
because
essence.
that's what it is. Yeah, that's what it
Umami.
feels
You
like.
say, umami, that's good.
Umami.
Pucker up a little bit. Umami is that file. It's not sweet. It's not sour. It's salty. It's umami. And,
No, it looks good. It really does.
Good.
And
then
then
the
look
plain-
at this, man. I mean, it's got everything on it, man. And
Yeah,
the
they do
entire,
load up the veggie.
like the Garden
But
of
look at this-
Eden is on this pizza.
Meatball, what I like, and you and I were talking about meatball, and a lot of times you
Oh,
don't
that
go
looks
for
great,
meatball.
too. Yeah.
I'll give it. Usually they slice it, so it makes it really dry. You know what? He does chunks of meatball, and I bet you it makes it a little bit more.
We've all
moist.
gone our separate ways today. We're kind of like
Well, everyone can share.
we got
everything.
personal pies. We got the 3 small, but you loaded up. We got a meatball with mushroom, and then you couldn't help yourself. You had to load it up with a little pepperoni. But I've never tried the meatballs on the pizza here. I've had it on, his
Yeah,
subs and just the regular meatballs to go. This looks like a really good pie, by the way. And did you take pictures of it?
This
Because
vegetable
I
pie
did. I got
is
pizza
freaking
of
great.
everything. I got
I need
pictures
to
of everything.
do the proper taking the pics and all that. But I'm going to dive into, right now. I love this.
You know, it's
pizza.
good. You're already on your 3rd slice, and you said that you were going light today, which is
Really?
fantastic.
I am going to the gym.
That's
the
what we love
Y
about man.
right
What
after
gym? I mean, there's no
But
gym
if you
around
notice,
here.
he
What are you
hasn't
talking
finished
about?
any of the slices. He's on his 3rd, and he's taking a bite. He had not finished
You know what?
any of the slices.
He really adheres to the Portnoy rules, even though Portnoy himself does not.
Yeah.
Now Portnoy came here.
One
And,
bite.
is he doing too many
One
of these?
bite.
Is he doing too many of these things to make it relevant? Where he's like somewhere. every day?
He's a whore and a shill, but that's okay. So are we.
He's a very rich man, my friend. He's a very wealthy man.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, despite
I'm
some
not-
of
look,
the indiscretions that he's
the
done.
only reason I mock him is because I'm completely jealous.
jealous.
Of
Yeah.
course. I mean, there's no doubt about it. I was, and he's very entertaining in his pizza reviews. Some of his other stuff, and maybe some of his
Pizza reviews are good.
politics.
I like the way he talks to the people, and they're always characters.
And it's funny, he got into a fight with the guy at a place in Davis Square. I used to hang out all the time. Now, that pizza place, when I went to college at Tufts in the
All right.
mid-1980s.
Another example of you being too smart for your own good.
Yeah.
You could have gone to a party school like Florida or Syracuse, but nonetheless,
All right. Well,
you're there with the intellectuals.
he got into it with a guy who came out, and before he even gave the bad review, well, actually, he was after the Dave awarded a bad review and called the pizza too floppy, blah, blah, blah.
I don't know what that means.
The guy comes out and says, I don't appreciate what you do. You sink businesses, and all you do is you come in and you take one bite and blah, blah, blah. And basically, the guy was calling Portnoy out, even though Portnoy has done a lot for some small businesses and boosts businesses.
Seems
and
very
stuff.
positive for the most part.
But again, the
And
experience
here-
that he had here, he didn't get Wade at his optimum because he didn't order right.
Well, and here, look,
He
and
gave
I'll be
a
honest.
high rating. I
It
keep
wasn't.
defending it.
It wasn't a
Saturday.
very, and he plays favorites. That's my problem with Portnoy. Is some notify in advance, and they know he's coming, and they have the whole band stripped up, and they present him with shirts and party favors, and he awards some that are just out of whack, just based on what seems like personal relationships.
Reviews, it seems like the vast majority are positive.
But again, for me, this is one of my favorite pizzas. Again, today, outstanding. He is back in top form here. I mean,
that really looks good. I got to say. What do you think,
the tomato pie? I think it's good. The tomato pie is
still
great.
question calling it pizza, but it's good.
All right.
I enjoy it. I think it tastes really good.
Oh, now you got to him. Now you got me. Here we go.
Let me get this straight.
Here we go, Mr. The rainy season's over. Here we go.
I did too much there. Let me get this straight, Mr. Lubitz. Okay?
Hey, Lubie.
Mr. Lubitz. I'm going to my Barry Sheck now.
Oh, my God.
Let me get this straight. So you call pastrami, you have no problem with cheese on pastrami.
Said I liked it,
but yet you have a thing with no cheese on pizza. And by the way, not no cheese, a scattering of pecorino romano. Do you see the nice little garlic, the little minced garlic he has?
It looks good.
I just
the tomato sauce.
To me, when you get something like this, like why would I do that? That's my thing.
That is a beautiful thing.
That's my thing. That's my thing. I don't think it's bad. I just don't see the point in it.
To listen to your cardiologist
advice. You're out of your mind. Right?
On the, but it's lower in fat, lower in calories without the cheese. And
pizza. I want pizza.
Calories. You're eating pizza and you're looking for low calories. There's something wrong with you, Mayo.
It's okay.
I love this pie. It's a freaking great pie. I'll die on this hill. I might literally die.
So one thing I'll say for you is, and it's probably why you don't want to load it up, and it's to the detriment. It's why
you hear that crispiness.
Yes,
is so
but here's the thing:
good.
when you put on a ton of toppings,
crust is great.
A ton of toppings, it's not weight fault that it becomes quote unquote floppy. If you put on a lot of stuff, it weighs down the pizza. That's just, but that's not.
This is the perfect New Haven style crust. It's thin, crispy, almost cracker-like.
It's almost like you're rooting for UConn here. You look like Diana Taurasi. I mean, it's unbelievable.
But it has a little bit of chew and a little bit of give, and that's what makes it so good. And the dough is expertly proofed and prepared.
Yeah.
Wade is a little bit of a maniac when it comes to the prepping of the dough. And that's what, again, he's an artisan. He's making every pie. And I urge everybody, if it's been a while, if you haven't been out here, and, it's been a hot summer, and this is, all outdoors.
Rainy season's over.
It's barely a drizzle right now, and it's nice. It's very pleasant.
It's just funny because I walk outside. It's like, hey, Mayo said the rainy season is over, and I walk outside, and it's like, holy moly, man! I felt like I was in Apocalypse Now. I mean,
but it's stopped now, and again, it is pleasant. This is an al fresco place. They've got a covered patio.
Yeah,
it's great here.
And they also have some picnic tables off to the side. You don't feel like you're in overdeveloped Fort Lauderdale. I mean, like downtown.
No, you're
going to get hit with construction cranes and
where do you find a place like this? It's a little hard to find, but I mean, where do you find a place like this?
At 601 Southwest 12th Avenue in the Riverside Park neighborhood.
Great spot.
Beautiful spot. We love Wade. We love Reese. And
Rich, is this the best? Oh, you haven't? Have you had the? I don't mean to talk to a guy off the air, but
what pie?
Have you?
Show the people your pie. What'd you get?
Oh,
he's got the
banana.
All right.
Wow. Banana peppers.
I might have to grab it. No, I'm not going to do that.
Don't let him slime your whole pizza
alone.
I would take it out.
You really want me to take a slice?
Yeah.
I'm going to take a pepper and take one bite.
So you're going to take some of this man's pizza and only have a bite. You better finish the damn
slice. Well, I
slice.
finish everything eventually, but here we go. Oh, look at this. Loaded up onions.
Oh, nice.
The banana pepper. It's hot out of the
that's
oven.
off a large, man. The slices are
enjoy your pizza, my friend.
There goes my roof of my mouth. Thank you, Rich. That is delicious.
You're the man. Thank you.
It's so good. Sir. And again, if it's been a while, I know there's some new pizza places that have opened up in Fort Lauderdale. You can go check, Mr. 01 Extraordinary, which I call Mr. 01 mediocre.
Yep.
You have
this to me is my style pizza. I grew up in Brooklyn, but I'm not one of those New York. It has to be the New York style, or
there's different kinds.
I'm what I call pizza hedonist / agnostic. You can give me any style of pizza.
Any style of pizza.
Chicago, New Haven, Detroit.
The pizza in
New
Rome
York
is nothing like New York. I mean,
exactly.
Is that not pizza? Of course.
Exactly.
They invented the whole genre.
Yep.
This vegetable pie, though, I mean, being a vegetable pie connoisseur, is as good as any pizza you will have anywhere. Absolutely good job by these guys. And, the crust and the way they do it kind of makes that thing viable, the no cheese pizza. that you ordered for dietary reasons for some reason today, and then you proceeded to eat 16 other slices. But
Limited cheese. It's not no cheese. It's limited cheese. There's a sprinkling of pecorino.
Right.
it
How many
has that
times do I
flavor.
gotta
It's a
say this?
very subtle cheese
Yeah.
flavor. It's
Yes,
nice,
it's
yeah,
subtly cheesed.
This isn't all they have, though, too. I mean, you've
No,
ordered
they-
so many. I've seen you eat like a chicken Caesar salad. In
The
this
salads are
place,
nice.
which is good, and the
subs.
meatball, entree. I mean, appetizer's great, and then the chicken parm sub was one of your personal favorites. So they're really doing it here. Pizza spot. I couldn't recommend it any more highly. Rarely, I mean, what would you have complete unanimity and agreement on something on this show?
Oh yeah, that's true.
I think we're all three all in on Pizza Spot as one of
Yeah,
the
no,
best
and you know what? It's funny because the one that we didn't order, Rich Fort Lauderdale's pizza, is the one
Your
that
favorite
is
one.
really getting to me now because you know how I used to love the bomb. What I called it was the hot cherry
the cherry
peppers,
bomb was a little hot,
which
for
was
even,
really special. What did I?
biggest
Oh,
fans of
bacon,
spice.
bacon and hot cherry peppers. I called the bomb, which like for a while was on my
What your
heavy
daughter think
duty
of that
list.
one? What your daughter think?
She
of it?
likes it. It's a little also spicy for her, but
Yeah.
this one using
When
the
Nikki
banana
Mohan was
peppers.
spitzing,
Yeah,
she
when-
has the
when-
island blood.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Nikki.
I
she's
thought,
from
wow, that's
freaking
hot.
Trinidad.
That's hot. And I
But
love hot stuff.
this one has the banana peppers, which is slightly dialed back from the cherry peppers, but it gives it that zing and that vinegary snap. What do we got on here? Rich? Sausage?
It's meatball.
Meatball. It's meatball. We're going heavy on the meatball with the onions
Nice.
and the banana pepper. It's delicious, and I keep diving in on it. I think I might need a pizza with some jellyfish on it, Defo. You want to know what I did yesterday?
You forgot your car keys were in your pocket. You were searching for them for hours.
That was
Oh.
you. I pulled something similar though. I went for this haircut yesterday downtown Fort
Looks
Lauderdale.
good. I mean,
Thank
it
you.
really does look good.
You know, I pay a little more, but it's worth it. $45 for a men's cut. What do you think?
A little steep. I got a guy comes to my house. He would do it for 25. I always give him like 60.
Right.
Because
he makes a house call.
way. Yeah, but I mean,
Me, I
That's
just give him the
fantastic.
45 no tip because that's the kind of
That's
guy
the
I am.
cut.
No, he owns the salon. I
Yeah.
thought the rule of thumb is that the guy who actually owns his own space and he's not renting a chair in a salon.
Yeah, it's
Then
fine.
you don't have to tip.
I mean,
Plus,
it's
I've known him
all-
for 20 years, and we play golf together.
you
and
cheap.
he's a friend. I am a cheap.
I
guy,
mean,
so-
it rhymes with nasty. You don't think he thinks that as you leave every time?
I'm sure he thinks it every time, but he still cuts my hair well. So
Back your neck,
But
I mean, while he does.
he's in a spot. It's actually tucked behind the row of stores and shops on Las Olas. So it's kind of like a back entrance right behind El on the Las Olas. Steve's salon is there, but it's in a parking lot. It's a metered lot where
Oh,
I
yeah?
pay
Oh,
my
no.
parking lot. I pull in. I got distracted for a second. I completely forgot
No,
to-
no.
to load
Pay
up
the
my
meter?
parking app. It
Oh,
would have cost
geez.
me, $3 to park for an hour.
30.
$40 ticket.
No.
Yeah, Fort Lauderdale.
You know what's good when you
finest.
know? I mean, at least your barber has a full head of hair to work with. Lubie and I can't say that.
Yeah, they have to fuss.
My guy basically says, Yamaka, it's the way my head looks now. It's crazy.
But never done
Look at
something
you,
like
got
that.
the child's play working.
I got
He does.
everything going
Really,
here.
It takes a
man.
little
I
bit.
mean,
of
I can't stop eating because it's also delicious. I mean,
That
the
crust and the way he did it, and then
weight is in
on
fine
top
form.
of this, I mean, for a vegetable pizza, it's got a little bit of a hot kick to it.
I haven't gone into yours yet.
Go ahead, man. I mean,
It's
you
just
really-
so daunting because
It's
it's
just a
like
lot.
wild.
Yeah, I mean, it's got a great
See,
aftertaste to it.
I like mushrooms. I
that is
like
fueled
peppers.
by the green peppers.
I'm not a big fan of the artichoke on pizza.
Yeah, I mean, I could live without that
no, I
too.
got an
I'm
artichoke
with you on that.
slice. I see olives.
I'm
see
not a big black olive guy on
mushrooms.
pizzas either, but the whole combination,
I
the way
see
he does it,
spinach. Yeah.
See, I
you
like
couldn't
spinach.
be inundated with. I mean, it
Oh my
literally
God.
is like a full garden.
I could
Wait
go,
till you get to the end; it's really unbelievable.
I can go vegetarian
Yeah,
with this. All the pizzas here are spectacular.
good
I
job.
love waiting.
So
I'm glad we
where's
came
where's the
out
New
here.
Haven Pizza Market at in town here, Mike Mayo? You would have a finger on the pulse of that. I mean,
It seems to be
so
a
many
thing.
places open up. Like I have. Oh, there's your buddy. So many of them open up. You had
Oh,
what?
Scott's in
Are
the
there
Hazel.
three now in Boca? You had Beats. You had,
Beats is in Delray, and they're going to be
Pepe's,
expanding.
yeah.
Pepe's, this is in Delray.
okay, Delray.
This is in Joe Cassell.
Check
and
the Dixie.
But it's not
Nasty.
coal fired, right? That's the difference. It's not like a coal fired. It's just the way they do it.
New Haven pizza can be either coal fired. He does it here with a wood fired
Wood
oven.
fired, I think, is the way
You
to
can
go.
do it with
Yeah.
even oil fired oven. But that's what they do at Modern Pizza in New Haven is one of the big three, and they use a oil fueled oven. But it doesn't really matter what your energy and fuel source is. It's pizza is very thin and crisp and cracker-like.
Okay.
Nice.
And although you put it on the edges where you get a nice char, and people who are unfamiliar with it,
It
will call
adds
it
a lot
burnt.
to the end game
Adds a
of eating a
flavor.
pizza. It really
They
does.
will. People who don't know any better call it. It's burnt. No, it's not burnt. It's charred.
But
It's
this is
delicious.
perfectly charred. I mean, some of them are burnt. When you see the pictures posted of some of these places,
Yeah.
although all of them seem to be receiving, quality reviews, including obviously the pizza spot. But it seems like people are fans of the places in Delray that open up. And what is it, Plantation, where
in Plantation and Delray Beach. Beats opened in Delray. Beats was an offshoot after a split.
and you know the guy that opened it, right?
Yeah, and Beats was a split. There was a place called Nick's New Haven Pizza
Yeah.
that was in Coral Springs that closed. And
Shirley's
in
family
Boca,
loved that place.
Boca Nick's is still open, but there was a split in the partnership and ownership. So one of them went off and started the Beats. Now, Beats supposedly is going to be expanding north in places like West Palm and Jupiter, which is good. Go north. And I say Fort Lauderdale's got all the New Haven
Yeah, we have a
pizza it
lot.
needs. A pizza, they call it. Right. It is, this is my spot. And
Yeah.
again, I grew up in Brooklyn. I think I know pizza. Pizza's subjective. I think this is delicious. It's my kind of style. I love it.
I'm there with you. I mean, here's a vegetable pizza. Normally, like a lot of people, are very reluctant. I'd be more inclined normally to, in the past, order like what Lubie has there with sausage and pepperoni and meat lovers. Just absolute, delight. The taste that lingers in your mouth after eating this one slice of this vegetable pie is so fantastic, and it's got just enough of a little bit of heat in there, with the peppers that absolutely sensational. Great
I have
job.
the ultimate child's plate now. I've got half-eaten slices.
You've got 6
of
different
vegetable,
slices. Yeah.
anchovy,
You got an
tomato,
anchovy dripping
the
off your chin.
meatball
Yeah.
mushroom, and Richie's. Even Richie's. I think Richie's. It behooves me with good manners. I think Miss Manners would say the slice that you boosted off a guest
you
who's
have to
coming
finish.
out
Yeah, of course.
is the
The
one I
poach.
have to finish first. But
Yeah.
it's also the one
You
I'm
have to
praising the
finish,
most.
yes.
I
You have to
love
finish.
those banana peppers on it. Gives that good
There you
vinegary
go.
snap.
There you go.
I love it, and Rich seems happy. Got my buddy Scott came over. I don't know if he's ordered
Scotty
anything
man,
yet.
yeah, no, he's all in. He's ready to just start chowing down here. Great place, so and now how popular overall in general, Mike Mayo, around the country is New Haven
Yeah, is this
style
a
pizza?
national thing, or is it
this
just,
just
on the
something
eastern
that happened here
seaboard?
in South Florida as an offshoot of what was going on up north, or is it popular in the Midwest, in the West?
I'm going to say this. It used to not really be a thing that was even known outside of New Haven or the Northeast.
Yeah.
However, thanks to Mr. One Dave Portnoy, his favorite
loves it.
style
Yeah,
of
yeah,
pizza
yeah.
is New Haven pizza.
Yeah, because
I
he's from
could
that
see it.
area, though.
So he's been kind of the proselyte prophet spreading the gospel. So I think as a result of that, you are seeing some more New Haven style of pizza. Pizza is like other food that goes in trends and cycles. New Haven pizza is all the rage this year. Last year, I think it was Detroit style pizza, which is basically thick, puffy pizza that you find at Jet's Pizza. There's a place in Delray, spectacular, Death by Pizza. A place in Fort Lauderdale called Blue Steel that it refers to the pans, the trays that they bake the pizza in. I like all pizza. You can tell this. And
Yes.
I was going to go to the gym after the show.
You're slimming down, man. You really.
Saying,
Yeah.
I was going to go and get my walk of life done this morning. I had
Usually supply.
I had other things.
you
I
can
was,
go at night, Mike.
no, and the thing is, I was going to go right after the show to the gym, but now I think I'm going to need a nap.
You're gonna need a nap.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
getting
You're
into
done.
a-
You should still go later, though.
Oh no, I'm going to go right after the show, but I am going to do an extra 20 minutes on the
You
elliptical.
know what that looks? I mean, look at those peppers too.
Mm.
I mean, you're not kidding around.
It's been a while. I'm glad we.
And you
came back
folded
out
this
here.
thing over, which is very unusual, I think, for a New
That's
Haven
from New
style
York.
pizza. Yeah.
That's the Brooklyn in me.
All right. All right. Good spot though. The pizza spot here, easy to find, man. Just hang a right when you're and go south from Southwest 11th Street on Broward Boulevard.
North Broward, yep.
Or if you're coming from the other direction, obviously it would be a left, but you're
North
going
Navy
south,
Building. Yep.
and then just go straight, and you almost run into it by
Yeah,
accident.
you'll find it.
Yeah, it's great.
Really
a good spot.
I love it. It's getting to me. Hey, let's talk a little bit about our friends over at Tropical Acres.
The Acres. Wow.
Jack Studiali. I was there last week. I had myself a delicious twin lobster dinner, $39 for these
$39. Two
freshly
lobsters.
steamed
Wow.
or North Atlantic lobsters. that you get with a salad and a side dish. I mean, deal, and you better hurry in because before you know it, it's going to be over because
It usually goes around
seasonal.
Thanksgiving, right? Or is it before then?
Usually, week
Beginning of
before
November?
Thanksgiving, mid-November
Okay.
is when
We have like a
lobsters go
month.
bye-bye. But this week also, stone crab season will begin and be closed on Sunday when it officially begins. But starting Monday,
They're doing stone crab.
they
dinner?
will have a stone
yeah,
crabs
wow.
on the menu at
Nice.
Tropical Acres. They usually do it offer, per as an appetizer, or you can have a few claws
Oh,
as
we
a
had
main
stone
course.
crabs here.
Yeah, when
Great.
we went for our annual State of the
Oh, they
Lunchbox.
did bring a. Yeah, well, they went crazy. Yeah.
They, Jack was very, very kind to us and had a couple of stone crabs on.
And Lubie and
the
I almost
house.
got to one before you grabbed all three that were on the plane.
Tropical Acres is the place to go for value, quality, old school Florida vibes, and the price is right. Again, whether you want some of their specials like the filet mignon, barrel cut, beautiful, the prime rib, and
great.
different cuts, all juicy and flavorful. Rack of lamb. I also love that now, that seafood pasta, the surf and turf pasta with the shrimp and the
They're happy
You ordered
hour.
wrong, Mayo. You ordered wrong.
that one is right.
That was great. That happy hour is
seafood in a
great.
steakhouse.
They've been in business since 1949. It means they know what they're doing. They're doing everything right there. Again, happy hour on the bar, the half price
That's
drinks
great.
from 4:30 to 6:30. You've got the half price wine night on Monday and Tuesday. You've got the loyalty reward club card for every.
How many do you have that are on?
I've
12
got one
punches?
that's full. Next
Oh, yeah?
time I'm
Okay.
gonna take my daughter. She
Oh,
gets
I
her
know. What
entree
about-
for
what
free.
about Lubie
There
and
you
me?
go.
I mean,
Nah, you're out.
We'll split half the cost.
You're gonna rag on me for my cheeseless pizza. You think
we,
you're gonna
we,
get-
we gotta make sure we keep you in your place. I mean, you get so high and
man.
mighty on this show.
Tropical Acres is at 2500 Griffin Road, west of I-95 in the airport. Jack Studial and his sons, Joe and Jackson, they will take great care of you. They are in the yes business. They're great people. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. Tropical Acres open every day except Sunday.
Great spot, man. Unbelievable place. I love Jack Studio. I love restaurants. The places we go, they're just so into what they do, and they do such a great job, including the pizza spot. Phenomenal. Wade and Reese. I mean, they've done it again, and once again, triggered our memory about why we love this joint. So stick with us. More to come. Mike Mayo's Lunchbox. What haven't you sampled? Anything?
He's had everything now.
Not at all. Now I'm going
Oh.
to finish it off. The next phase is
I think you need to really clean that plate. And
getting there.
we're coming back with more in a moment.
Mayo here for Delaware Chicken Farm and Seafood Market. Since 1951, family owned for over 70 years, the home of freshness. I've been a customer for over 3 decades, and it's the place to go for poultry, steaks, meats, and of course, their unbelievable selection of fish and seafood. They've got it all. Key West pink shrimp, grouper, snapper, lobster, and of course, Florida stone crab claws of all sizes. Don't forget their famous fish dip and a full selection of prepared foods. It's located at 4191 North State Road 7 in Hollywood, just across from the Seminole Classic Casino. Owner Doug Carter and crew will take great care of you. Make sure to check out their weekly specials and daily catch online at DelawareChicken.com. Quality, value, freshness, that's the Delaware way. Tell them Mike Mayo and the Lunchbox sent you. Do you like pizza? Who doesn't like pizza? Well, my spot for pizza is the Pizza Spot. It's in that little bit hard to find Riverside Park neighborhood of Fort Lauderdale, but it's totally easy to love. It's at 601 Southwest 12th Avenue, New Haven style, a pizza from Wade and Reese. It's a lovely outdoor spot. You could also pick up pies to go at 754-779-7788, 754-779-7788. Again, they're open every day but Monday for lunch and dinner. Some of the best pizza I've ever had. Go to Pizza Spot. They also have subs, salads, and more. Tell them the Gambling Gourmet sent you. If you like seafood in a comfortable setting, outdoors, even keel fish shack at the corner of A1A and Commercial Boulevard in Lauderdale by the Sea, that's my spot. It's upscale food in a down-home setting. The chef owners, Dave and Brad, do a terrific job with all the seafood classics that you want. They have the best grilled oysters in town, bang bang shrimp, lobster rolls, and deli fish specials. They also have weekend brunch Saturday and Sunday. They have deli happy hour 4 to 7, and they also have other weekly specials like mussels on Monday and oysters on Tuesday. Go to Even Keel Fish Shack and tell them that the Lunchbox sent you. People come to me and say, Mike, where should I go out to eat? I got guests coming from out of town. Where should we go? Café Seville, that's the answer. 2768 East Oakland Park Boulevard. It's a Fort Lauderdale perennial, serving the finest in Spanish and continental cuisine in a cozy, friendly, comfortable setting. Joey Esposito and Sally, his better half, they've been running the place for a long time. It's been open since the 1980s. They got great Spanish classics like paella, shrimp with garlic sauce, and all kinds of great seafood dishes. The stuffed veal chop, oh, that's my favorite. Go to Cafe Seville. It's open every day but Sunday at 5 p.m. for dinner. Tell them that the Lunchbox Mayo and Defo sent you. Do you like burgers? Do you like wings? Do you like late night food and sports on big screen TVs and cold beer and friendly vibe and great people? Then you want to check out Shenanigans, 1300 South Federal Highway in Dania Beach. Go to Shenanigans, you get yourself all the good stuff, the fresh fish every day, the black and grilled wings, and of course, the kitchens are open late. Go there, tell them that the Lunchbox Mayo and Defo sent you. Mayo here for Prezzo Italian Restaurants. 2 locations, Boca Raton at Park Place on Military Trail and Palm Beach Gardens in the PGA Commons on PGA Boulevard. Contemporary Italian cuisine with house-made pastas, wood-fired pizzas, salads, veal, chicken, and of course their famous focaccia bread with oven-roasted garlic bulbs. In Garlic We Trust is their slogan, and you can trust Prezzo for a great experience with gracious service and tremendous value. Open 7 days, featuring brunch, lunch, dinner, and happy hour. Great wine deals and full bar at both locations. For reservations and more information, go to eatprezzo.com. Thanks to me all the time. We're back on the Lunchbox spot, and I've made some progress on my plate.
Good progress, nice.
And I need your mathematical skills because I came in and said I'm going to be good. I'm just going to have like 1 or 2 slices.
2,000 calories so far.
1 slice of cheesy bread, 1 of my tomato pie, 1 of my tomato with anchovies, 1 of Lubie's mushroom and meatballs.
I know Lubie doesn't
One
want
of
me to try
your
one, but I mean, that looked really good.
vegetables.
Yeah.
And right
It's
now
not mine, I don't care.
the winner in the clubhouse is
good.
Rich Fort Lauderdale's meatball, onions, and banana peppers. So that's 6 slices, 6 items that I've in the middle of consuming.
this
And
is me.
excuse my
Grab that one there.
my digestive tract
Oh
is
my
now
God, look at
rebelling
this
against
thing.
me. Woo! As we've got pizza being distributed.
That thing is unbelievable.
And
Does
we were
he do
talking
this with every pizza, or is this just?
Yeah,
He
for-
does. He
no,
creates
no,
a
they're
medley, and the
all-
thing is, you might say, "Oh wow, that's like there's too
Wow.
many toppings." Like I look at this vegetable
thing's great,
pie, and
yeah,
I
yeah.
expect Peter Cottontail to come hopping out of the garden patch. It's like crazy, but then I took a bite of it, and it all blends together
Yep.
really
Oh,
well. I
oh.
don't know how he does it, but somehow the man is a maestro
He's a
of pizza
genius.
making, and he's got the spinach, the olives, the onions, the artichoke, the mushroom, the pepper, and this vegetable pie is really good.
And he believes in the right amount of heat. I know you go over excessive with that cherry bomb pizza, which
I stopped doing that. now.
like we said, I mean,
Doctor's orders.
that's hot. I mean, and I like spicy stuff. If somebody says, "Hey, you want that extra spicy?" I'm like all in on that. But that is really hot. But everything has a little bit of that kind of buzz to it, and it's
The other
contrast to the vegetarian or vegetable pizza.
The
This
o-
Lubie Meat Lovers Pizza, or whatever this
yeah,
is.
we've
Man, it's
gone the yin
amazing.
and the yang. We got from
Wow,
vegetables to the Slaughterhouse 5 or something like that. But the other thing about here,
I mean,
now
the PETA people are going to attack us
That's
after
okay.
eating this. Yeah.
I'm willing to also take that kind of heat. I love my meatballs, pepperonis, and
This
sausage
is
on
great.
the pizza.
And the mushrooms,
again.
fresh mushrooms.
My just
Absolutely
doesn't
fantastic.
like me eating all the meats. But the other thing we got to remark on, and it's been a while. We were here last, I think,
I don't know.
in January for Sauce Fest.
No,
where
we
were-
came after Sauce Fest.
Did we come
Yeah.
one time after Sauce Fest? Like I,
still
said, the
remember
last
what
time we were
for.
here
I don't remember what we were here
was
for.
probably like in May. So
Months.
it's
Yeah, it's
been
been months.
5 to 10, like 5 months.
Wow.
And
Where did the year go?
yeah, where did
We're
the
already
time
at the
go?
freaking holidays. man.
Again,
Again,
got
I've
Coke.
used it before, but it is absolutely true that life is not like a box of chocolates. Life is like a roll of toilet paper because the closer you get to the end, the faster it spins.
It's amazing.
And
yeah.
so it is
Yeah.
with the year 2023.
It's like that last $27 you have in a slot machine. Where like you've been lingering, you're thinking I've been nursing 100 for half an hour, and then that last 30 comes up and boom, right out the door.
Now, how many people, when they get to that last 27, are saying, you know what? It's not
I
a
should
lucky
cash out now.
machine.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
Never
not my
now.
day.
you finish.
You're
I'm
going
just
to
going to get
0.0.
I could take this 27 and go right to the pizza spot and get 2
Yeah,
small
you could get
pies
value.
and a beer. I mean, the great. You
I
look
could
at
take care of my children.
You
I
go
was
to-
actually going to say that we got
you-
pizza from a place that we like locally, and I don't know what Shirley spent, but after she's like, yeah, it was like $30-something. I'm like, $30-something? We just got a pizza and some Zeppelis.
you go to some of these pizza, specialty
And it was
joints
one
now.
topping. I don't think it was a ton of toppings.
You get a large pie with some toppings. It's like I've seen places now $32, $34,
Yep,
and then if you order it on Uber Eats, God forbid, they're going to
Like
throw on all
$40.
these charges and delivery
You're lucky
charge
to
and
get
the
down
tip.
with a stick.
It's like a $50 pie.
Yep.
Here, I get my tomato pie here. Guess the price on the plain tomato pie without the anchovies for a small.
Because you're saying it's low. I'm going to say $20.
If I had the menu, I would be able to tell you.
Right
But I think
here,
it was
I think
$9.
it's- yeah,
$9.
I think it's
Get
like
out
$9
of
or $10.
It is the plain, just grated Parmesan small, $9. When
Yeah.
do you
$9
see
for that?
a
Or they're
single
large.
digit? There are places, there are slice joints in Miami that get $10 a slice now
Yes.
It's crazy. Yeah.
to get this whole beautiful
100%.
tomato, lightly
Imagine
scattered
if they sold
cheese.
this pizza at like Hard Rock Stadium.
Yeah.
It'd be like
How
$15 a
flush
slice.
would Wade and Reese be if this was at the concession stands there,
Exactly.
as opposed to that garbage that they serve you?
And again,
Pizza.
Wade and Reese Pizza Spot is open every day except Monday. They're closed on Mondays, and their hours are 11:30 a.m. to 7:30 on Tuesday and Wednesday. A little bit later, Thursday, Friday, they're open till 8:30 p.m. And Saturday and Sunday they're open at noon, and it's till 8:30 on Saturday, 7:30 on Sunday. Basically, you want to come in here in the sweet
Get
spot
lunch,
sometime
dinner.
between
Yep.
12 and 6-7 o'clock, and you'll get yourself a beautiful fresh. Again, it's an artisan. This is an artisan at work.
Yeah,
here.
no,
Really
Wade
good.
is
Really good.
Little temperamental,
Very
little
different.
nuts about his dough, but he is a master of the dough and the pies and the wood-fired
Great.
ovens. And I'm so glad we got back here. I don't know if my stomach can waste
Probably
is,
not.
but I'm going to try
stop
to work
worrying,
it off.
Mayo.
Yeah.
Just do the exercise.
Do the work.
Do the walking.
Take the walk
The
of life.
walking
You
will
know,
be a-
I mean, you'll
will be a
maintain
big
at the
thing.
worst. You don't lose any weight, but you don't gain any.
That's
So
it.
that's the way to go. Yeah.
Maintenance
Yeah,
is the way
maintenance
to
is a
go.
huge thing.
I wanted to talk a little bit about tacos because I did end up going to that taco joint.
Oh, you
last
did?
night.
Oh,
Yeah.
which one? The one in Broward?
All right.
It's on Broward Boulevard. It's in Plantation. It's in between, a little bit east of University, a little bit west of 41. It's kind of
Okay.
in that Plantation. There's a
Old
Publix.
plantation. That's like old plantation.
Old Plantation. Is by that there's a Publix and a center there.
It's just east of where the Broward area is.
right, and
Yeah.
it's a little bit. I was surprised because I thought it was going to be like a full service sit down restaurant. It's one
Yeah.
of these quick fast serve
Okay.
where you go up to the counter
Yeah.
and order, and they give you a little number and a little placard, and you sit at a table. They
The
have some
Tijuana Flats kind of a thing.
kind of like a Tijuana Flats, but very impressive in terms of
The menu looked
the
interesting.
quality, the selection, and it was nice because they had the type of tacos that I consider tacos.
Okay.
Authentic
the
with
carnitas, the carne asada,
the circular little.
yeah, and they give you a choice of either a corn tortilla or a whole
see, I like
wheat
that they do
flour. I mean, flour
flour, yeah,
tortilla.
yeah.
None of those hard shell Ortega.
They never have
tacos.
that at places like that.
No, and I think I got the barbacoa, which is like a braised meat, and
Yeah,
also
nice.
the the carnitas, which is braised pork, and they also have the what's the one with the pineapple and the pork? I always forget the name.
What's
I
of
the
it.
never
other-
get into that category.
Well,
with the
it's,
pineapple.
The other-
It's
I'll-
why am I blanking out? Because
I'll
I'm
find
not
it.
the
I saw
world's
them
biggest
yesterday.
taco aficionado, but I know that last night it was 2 for $6 on their Taco
yeah, Taco
Tuesday
Tuesday.
with a
Reasonable,
drink,
yeah, yeah.
with a fountain
With
drink.
a drink.
So me and my daughter, we each got the two,
Hunter and I.
and my daughter and I, we each got the two. Thank you.
I could hear my father screaming
It's a
from heaven.
grammar. And then we also got a chips with guacamole as a side dish. That was another $5 and change. We had dinner for two for $20 basically.
Oh, that's
Wow.
nice.
Threw on a little
Wow.
tip. I still give
You throw a 10.
20%.
You throw a 10 on that.
No,
one,
no, it was like $20, and I added another $4, so it's $24. Even though it's fast casual, and
Al pastor.
El Pastor is the pork.
So you didn't
with
try
the-
the? Because it looks interesting to me. It's a torta and the
Well, tortas are
sopes.
sandwiches, but no, it was Taco Tuesday.
Sopes.
And I decided now that I got dinged for $8,000 on my AC unit, my budget is now at $6 for a
Oh yeah, no,
a
I'm
combo,
not judging.
a twin
You
taco.
only
interesting.
want to eat dinner. That's the question.
Yeah,
The prices are even for the. I mean, the soap is it's like $5-6.
but for being kind of a fast casual place, it was immaculate and the food
Nice.
was really good.
Oh, good.
So
Nice.
I was happy. And again, they offered not just the choice of the tortillas, but of how you want your tacos dressed, for a choice of Mexican style, which is just some diced onions and cilantro.
Sure, yeah.
This is the way I go.
Yeah.
They also have the Defos
Like
out
the
there.
lettuce and the
The
cheese.
American style, the lettuce, tomato, and the
Oh,
cheese.
see, I
the
always
shredded
want
cheese.
Well, no, that's not the American style. So you don't understand my background with
See,
Mexican
I
food.
miss
Yeah.
that
As
when
usual,
I go to your Mexican
in your
places.
insufferable, judgmental fashion.
I didn't. That's what they call it. They call it the American style.
My
toppings.
experience was this. When I was in California, I
Yeah.
naturally was friends with many Mexican Americans, and I lived in an area that was populated with that demographic. And there were places that you could sort of American Mexican, and then there were places you could go with like an actual Mexican American, where they would say, "I would never go there. Let's go here." And those places, Anthony Bourdain-esque by comparison.
Yeah.
And the food was really, really good. But the difference was I felt that the average Americanized taco that you would get in California, I haven't seen anything quite like it here. And that's unfortunate. Now, there may be places that have it, but
What do you? Can you describe what makes a California?
it's
American
just
taco
it was your standard beef taco. It was just the way they did it, the combination of flavors and seasonings and everything, and of course.
I'm just talking about the dressings because they offer what's
and
called
they would
the
come,
lettuce, tomato, and the shredded
cheese, lettuce,
cheese, which I
tomato,
don't
and
like.
cheese, yeah.
I don't like that. I
That's all
like the
fine.
traditional what they call.
You could have had it without that, but the meat and the way it was prepared was so good that I haven't seen anything that really rivals that here in South Florida.
I may be insufferable, but you're inscrutable because like what you're describing is like an authentic Mexican, and sometimes they do put the lettuce and
authentic
tomato.
Mexican though was a big departure from the average thing. I mean,
Yes.
it really was. I mean,
It's
as
very
good as the average taco was in California by comparison to anything I've had here, the authentic Mexican.
Right now,
was
you
in
sound like the
another
New
world.
Yorkers with their bagels. Oh, it's so much better in California.
No. There you go. Judgmental, insufferable. The truth was, I mean, the food was very different than you get anywhere else. And what would normally be considered an ugly standard was actually great. And then when you went beyond that, it was really something else. I mean, it really was like being like Tucci traveling Italy. I mean, where you got the real experience.
All I know is this. I asked the group for recommendations for a geographically specific
I want to try
area
this place.
yesterday.
This place sounds interesting.
The consensus was either try Davy Taco Bar, which is on State Road 84 near 136th, but that was a little too far west. We wanted to meet at a midpoint between her school
Yeah, 'cause she's
and the
heritage.
house. So again, Bien Cheetah was the overwhelming
interesting. I think I wanna
consensus
try it.
choice on Broward Boulevard, like 6400 block in that same shopping plaza that has a Publix. We went in there. We had a really good, affordable, and just a efficient, weeknight dinner, school night dinner, and I'm happy.
Nice.
I would go back.
I can't believe you only left $4. So I mean, were you served? I mean,
No, we weren't.
You don't
It was
have a server,
fast
right? You don't have
casual. In the
you couldn't leave
counter.
a 5 mail.
It was on a credit card.
Fine.
It was on a credit card, and I have a screen. Do you want to get 10%, 15%, or 20%?
Customized.
I went to the highest option.
Why
20.
would that? I mean, that
In
can't
a
be
lot of
the
these
highest.
fast casual places,
I never
the
tip at
standard
those.
is
Am
like
I
10 or
jerk?
15 because they're not taking your order and doing
But it's like
the full service.
so why do we now and Defo's giving you guff? I'm worse. Like, why do we now tip at those? Like, it's like when you go to McDonald's, you don't think about tipping. So why? I know it's a better quality of ingredient, but they're still doing the same kind of cooking. They're not.
No, at McDonald's,
Tom
they're just
T.
handing it to you at the counter. Here, they actually run the food out to your table with the little placard.
Okay. So
And
like
they
what our
clean
friend
up.
does at Gilbert's.
And yeah, exactly. Similar to Gilbert's. And Gilbert's, they don't ask you for your tip up front. You don't even have to.
Yeah, I don't know. if
Gilbert's
people
is a
even
tip
there.
for. Speaking of
Be there
Gilbert's,
tomorrow.
we're going to be there tomorrow. And I
Nice.
hope that Lenore is going to be back
Super
to
stoked.
put me
Oh,
in my
yeah. Oh,
place.
great.
and
Thank
keep
God,
me
because you got out
in
of
line.
hand. Beth is nice and sweet, and Lenore's sweet too, but she has the motherly.
Oh, no. She'll.
Stop, please.
You
You're
should wear some
grossing
kind
us
of
out.
Marquis
If she
de
saw
Sade
me-
type of outfit.
If she saw me eating pie with chopsticks, she would have ripped them out of my hands.
Anybody that saw that show knew it was a disgrace. But you were in a blue dark period at that point.
I have my moments.
Yeah,
I have
yeah.
my moods. I'm a
Oh,
Gemini.
You were on a series of shows where each one you were behaving
Got worse and worse, yeah.
extremely more absurdly than
Yeah.
the previous one. Yeah,
Yeah. Well, I'm in a good place today.
you should be.
Well,
I mean, look,
it's called
that's a full spectrum. I had the Lubie meat lovers, and I had the vegetarian, and both are absolutely dynamite.
You didn't have
The
the
stick
Fort
is,
Lauderdale special. That one, that's now on my rotation, Richie. That is a good combination. That I'm
Rich
going
doesn't
to be.
care about you.
He's
anymore.
engrossed.
He's full.
got,
He's
yeah.
looking for the
happy.
name
He's
He's
got
of
a
the-
hot girl on Facebook that she lists herself as single. Maybe the relationship status is it's complicated. That's still good enough for me.
It's amazing how people just start tuning you out, lose interest. But that's
Hey,
that's the way the show goes.
That's
man.
the way
the
It's
show
show
goes.
business, my friend.
Hey, but now's a good time to take our second break.
Yes.
We'll be talking about. Hey, next week we're going to be going to Max's Grill in Boca Raton.
Nice.
Again, part of our new affiliation with the Rappaport's restaurant group. Restaurants,
Barrett,
four
Barrett,
of them.
Barrett.
Burt Rappaport.
Did you see that horse
is
the other
man.
day called Burt? I almost bet it in.
Did he
Burt's
win?
honor.
Just for Rappaport.
No, up the track.
Okay, well, but we love Burt Rappaport and his
Yep.
restaurants. Now they got something for every mood, and
Yep.
whatever your scene is, you've got Deck 84 on the
Low key
Intracoastal,
on the water.
waterfront dining in Delray Beach downtown on Atlantic. We're going to be there. I believe it's Tuesday, October 24th.
Nice.
Next Wednesday,
Next week already?
the 18th.
Oh,
Wednesday, the 18th, a week from today, we'll be at Max's Grill in Boca.
Yep,
at Miles.
nice.
Yep.
All right.
Contemporary,
That
stylish
was nice,
American
High
food.
class joint. man.
That's a staple
High
in the
class. They also
Boca Raton
have
area.
they have a sushi bar. They also have dry aged steak program now. They're doing it right there at Max's Grill. So we're going to get in there and preview some of their new fall menu items. And then the other two, of course, are Burt and Max's out west in Delray, that Delray Marketplace. Our good friend Buddha, who
Buddha's there.
runs the place. And again, that's family friendly, pet friendly, a nice outdoor patio. They have that famous for
Invite
their
Joe Cassell and Tassel.
farmhouse burger
I
that
thought that might be.
yeah.
hinged
House,
my
yeah.
anaconda jaws and managed to
Disgusted your daughter.
put down a quarter of that. But great stuff at Burt and Max's. And then finally, Prezzo, Italian comfort
Yeah,
food that's
that
in
was great.
Boca Raton and Palm Beach Gardens. Go check out the Rappaport Restaurant Group's restaurants. You'll see on the crawl their Instagram handles. You can check out the Instagram pages for details
All
and
four, yeah.
promotions. They all have special wine nights and happy hours. They do a great job there keeping prices low and value high, because that's the Burt Rappaport hospitality way.
A real class individual, man.
Yep.
Anybody that exudes the kind of class at Rappaport, Jack Studielli, Joey Epstein, any of our fine sponsors.
They're legends for a reason.
But you can see why they're successful.
Yes.
You really can. As is the case here. Great job by Wade and
Wade
Reese.
and Reese do a great.
Pizza spot. Mayo still going strong with anchovies, with meat lovers, with vegetarian, with everything, including that cheeseless,
I think they call it,
cheeseless pizza.
and they call it hitting for the cycle, I believe, right?
You-
and
you
I got
did
the
more than-
cheesy
you're the
garlic
five-
You
bread.
look like Jose
You're the five-tool
Altuve
guy
here.
is what you are.
You already got single, a double, and a triple. Now, can you hit one out of the park?
You're
Which
amazing.
we'll try to do in the next segment here on Mike Mayo's Lunchbox.
Want great Italian food in a beautiful beachfront setting? Have I got the place for you? Casa Calabria at the Ocean Manor Resort, 4040 Galt Ocean Drive in Fort Lauderdale. Highly rated across all the restaurant review platforms and totally Mike Mayo's Lunchbox approved. Delicious, authentic Southern Italian food in a cozy dining room overlooking the Atlantic. Live music in the lounge, full bar, and a great wine list. Owner Frank Talrico takes great pride in his family recipes from his native Calabria. Fresh fish and seafood, veal, house-made pastas, and marinara sauces smooth as silk. You gotta try the imported meats and cheeses on the antipasto platters, and don't miss that ricotta gnocchi. Fluffy little pillows straight from heaven. Casa Calabria, open for dinner Tuesday through Sunday, closed on Mondays. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. Hey, it's Mike Mayo. When the Brooklyn boy in me wants a good bagel with Nova, or some matzo ball soup, homemade knishes, or a great deli pastrami sandwich on rye, you know where I go? Grandpa's Café in Dania Beach. It's been around a long time, an institution, but a little over a year ago, a pair of New Yorkers came in, bought it, and refurbished the place. It's beautiful, and they are now serving great breakfast, brunch, lunch. They've got the omelets, they've got eggs Benedict, they've got all kinds of great baked goods like rugelach. Grandpa's is just off Federal Highway on Southwest 1st Street in Dania Beach. It's open 7 days. Go in there, tell them that the Lunchbox sent you. It's Mayo for Gilbert's 17th Street Grill. You know me, I love family run places with quality food at fair prices served with passion and pride. And that's why I love Gilbert's. For more than a decade, Lenore, Beth, and Richie Gilbert have been serving up the best burgers, wings, ribs, salads, and desserts. It's a fast casual spot. Everything prepared fresh to order from an immaculate open kitchen. They're at 1821 Cordova Road in Fort Lauderdale in the Cordova Shops just south of 17th Street. Open every day but Sunday. One of my favorite burgers in South Florida. Big, round, juicy pucks of 100% Angus beef, char grilled to perfection. And don't miss the sweet potato fries on the side. They're legendary. Go to Gilbert's, feast, and be happy. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. When I'm looking for some wicked good food for a wicked good lunch, there's only one place to go. That's Wicked Cheesesteaks in Fort Lauderdale. It's at 4824 North Federal Highway, just south of Commercial Boulevard and across from Holy Cross Hospital. My friend Brian there, he will hook you up with some really tasty treats. They've got cheesesteaks just like the best you can find in Philly, along with lobster rolls, because that's where he's from, Maine originally. And they have wings and pizza and everything you want to have a really good time. Wicked Cheesesteaks, they're open every day but Tuesday. Check them out online, wickedcheesesteaks.com. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. If you're looking for a great place for steaks, seafood, and more, go to Tropical Acres Steakhouse and Butcher Shop. It's at 2500 Griffin Road in Dania, just west of I-95 in the airport. They've been there a long time, since 1949. That means they're doing something right. You'll get old school hospitality from the Studiali family, along with great value, tremendous service. Of course, you could also go into the bar for happy hour every day, 4 to 6. The early bird special runs from 4:30 to 5:30, and they have great value all night long. Also, a butcher shop that's open every day from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. except Sunday. The dining room is open every day at 4:30 except Sunday. Go to Tropical Acres. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you.
Look at this, guys.
Look at
Oh,
you.
you did it nice. Yeah,
That's the first time you've ever finished one of your.
I'm right there with you, Michael, and I can't complain.
I saved a little piece of crust for Elijah. Eliyahu gets his little piece of crust.
Oh, nice, man.
That's a Jewish
You have a dog at
Passover
home? Yeah.
reference for those who
Dogs
have
love
Seder.
pizza crust, man. It's like the pizza bone.
No, I love their pizza crust.
Yeah.
I don't eat that, but
Yeah, you gotta
oh,
finish.
everybody's got clean plates. We're here. At
It's hard not
pizza
to
spot.
finish your plate when you're here.
Look at that, Defo. The sun is out. The sun is
Yeah,
You
shining.
were right. Rainy season's over. It ended at 12:30. That was great.
Little touch and go
I
for a
felt
while.
so badly for Wade and Reese. I thought they were going to have a monster day here at lunchtime, and then
Oh, no.
came out, and it was like, well, but this, it's just changing over now. You know, a little bit of a taste of the season for the people in the restaurant industry. And thank God for that, because they all deserve it. They all deserve it.
Oh yeah, it's been a long, hot summer.
Yeah.
Yes, it's
the
been a
electric
very
people,
rough
wow.
summer. It feels like
Elec-
we're hopefully coming out of it.
electric bills have been high, and again the
It's killer. You know, you have a restaurant, you have no reservations. You still have to open the place. I mean,
Yes.
you know, it's September, and you're thinking, wow, shouldn't some people be coming down here?
It's
But it's the
lean
worst month
time,
by far.
but
Wow.
Thankfully for us in Florida, we do still have high season where there
Yeah,
are snowbirds, seasonal residents that come back, and then
the next
once
month or so.
summer and vacation season is over, camp, and people take vacations overseas or in different states. But now everybody's heading back, and it is a fine time to reacquaint yourself with some old favorites,
Smile
like
for the
the
camera
pizza
there, right?
spot.
Yeah, very
Hello,
good.
sir.
Yeah.
And it's this is the time of year. You know, it used to be we talk about global warming. It's a real thing, because I remember when I first came to Florida, you would get that break in humidity. Sometimes it would be like the last week in September. You
Yes.
feel a nice cool breeze.
Yes.
And then it got to be middle of October when it would finally, that one day when you went out to pick up the morning paper and you say, winter's here.
Yeah.
Morning
Now
paper?
there
What's
is
that?
no more morning paper.
I get mine.
And when you stumble out of the house at noon because it's time for the walk of life, you know, you go outside, it's still kind of humid
No, it
and
was
all
hot
the way
yesterday.
to Halloween.
It was hot.
And now it's
It's
become
getting to
November.
yeah.
It's like the World Series. The World Series used to be, you know, ending in October when
October.
now the humidity doesn't break and the World Series doesn't end until it's like
November.
Veterans Day now.
Well, let's
and
hope Minnesota gets to the World Series.
they have
Just
a
so we
dome,
can
I
see
think.
people freeze. They have no dome.
No,
They don't
it's
have a dome?
Open
outside.
air stadium.
Oh, this
my
is
friend.
how out
Yeah.
of touch I am now.
They have a
But yeah,
beautiful stadium, and it will be dysfunctional
let it
if
snow.
they get to November.
Let
yeah.
it snow. Let it snow. It'll serve everybody right for the
I think they
elongated.
probably go down today. Did they play today in
seasons.
Minnesota? I think they might.
It doesn't look. It wasn't good for the successful teams. I mean, Baltimore is out.
The Rays,
LA is on the verge of
Rays
bouncing.
They're
almost
not
out.
done yet.
Braves had a miracle comeback, so I think the Braves are going to maybe end up.
That's a great series,
advancing.
though. Philly and the Braves.
No,
That's
those
been
are-
dynamite.
Those two teams, it's a good division rivalry, and they look like two of the best and hottest teams. And the Dodgers again, that first round. People. I'm a purist. I don't even think there should be wild cards. I just like the days where it was just
You're
straight
insane.
up two divisions.
I don't think that
and
works
each
anymore.
That's
division
a
winner
lot.
would.
That would be so
It
boring.
doesn't work anymore, Mr. Rold.
I know
There'd be no
because
playoffs.
it's all about the
Even
greed.
I'm on board with the wild cards, and I'm old school.
Yeah, but what I don't like is having this round being best of 5 instead of best of 7
It's
because
fine,
weird
no.
things happen in a short
Yeah,
series.
Yeah, I
it's
don't
not that
understand
short of a series.
that either. But
3 out of 5.
Once
is,
you're going to November 5th, might as well go to November 15th and just make this series best of 7 too. Like,
it's
what's the
definitive
difference?
enough. 3 out of 5. You got to take it. I mean, you got to bring it to the table.
All right,
Be ready
now-
to go from the
now-
gate.
Now you sound like all right. That's fair. Everybody's got
I
an
would have
equal
been
chance.
inclined to be like you, a baseball purist. I mean, holy Bob Costas, what are we talking about here? And at first, I was opposed to all expansion of playoffs. I think it bastardizes the whole system. But the truth is, it actually worked in baseball's situation
Baseball,
because it made the regular season far more
Matter,
meaningful.
yeah.
it
or feel
works
more
because
fun.
it's still. I think most teams that get in have a winning record, if not all of them.
Yeah. And
What
baseball,
I would if I was
You don't
King-
like that 7-9 Seattle?
Yeah,
right. If I was
exactly.
king of the sports universe, it would be like the Jeopardy. You won't make it to Final Jeopardy if you're negative money.
Yeah.
Like you just get cut. I think you should have a weighted play spot if the team is below 500. The
There
other
you go.
no, it doesn't. You
All
give
right.
the number 1 team a bye instead of playing a garbage number 8 seed.
And
That's
they would
7 and
complain,
9.
we
No,
run
there's
the
no
bye,
complaint.
Rusty.
If you master basic 500 level playing ability in a regular season,
Normally
you
I
have
would agree.
no business being in the playoffs.
Yeah, they're not
It's
going
the
to
way
do
it
that.
works sometimes.
They're not going to do
Why
that.
am I fired up about it?
I don't know. They
Because
want
you're
more
out of your
games.
mind.
Because I got a belly.
You have a
and
food
cheese.
coma
You
working
should be
here.
content. I know next Thursday you'll be very content because we
Oh,
will be back at
Delaware.
Delaware Chicken Farm and Supermarket
Oh,
for where we
stone
started.
crab.
The time we did a show there
It was stone crab season.
was Stone Crabs, and we're doing it again next
And
Thursday.
you were public embarrassment. So
I know how to properly peel and eat a stone crab so that there's
You don't
absolutely
know
no
anything about
waste.
it. You
I don't
took
need
the
one of
lesson.
those.
I think you're
you were-
eating shell.
you were taking notes
need
and
a
we
little
showed you how
fork.
to do it.
I can do it all with my hand. You just give me a properly, shelled and cracked stone crab. I'm going to get every morsel out of there. No tweezers.
Could you
or
avoid
little
eating
forks.
like 10 of them before Lubie and I even look at the plate?
Better be on time for that show. I'm telling you. Delaware Chicken and Seafood Market. It's my place to go for not just stone crabs. And again, season starts Sunday, and they're going to have them in plentiful and fresh starting on Mondays. At Mondays.
This coming
It
Monday?
kicks off this Sunday, right?
Traps
Wow.
come up on Sunday the 15th at 4 p.m. So they might not get the fresh catch in until
Oh, I'll
Sunday
have it. Are you
night.
kidding me?
Well,
They'll have it
we'll
Monday.
find out. But Monday you'll be assured of getting the freshest stone crabs from around the Florida waters. That's what makes Delaware so special,
They're
and
really
so great. Jose, and he runs the seafood department. Make sure that everything there is fresh and up to par.
I like that he wakes up with rubber boots on.
Oh yeah, he has his galoshes.
He sleeps in
He's
his
out.
galoshes.
Sometimes he has to go out. Not
Freaking
only in the
great.
trucks, he into the marshes and the estuaries, and
He's out there.
he's
man.
pulling Florida
Yeah, he has the
lobsters
freaking
out
boots,
too.
right?
He again, it's still Florida lobster season. We have his lobster
Those are
tails, the freshest in fish, the grouper, the snapper, the swordfish, tuna from local waters. It's all great. It's all there, and of course, we get their poultry, the turkey, the chicken, steaks, pork,
Sausage, anything you can want.
sausages, fish dips.
Protein, you can find it there.
4191 North State Road 7. They've been in business since the 50s in that location since 1962. That's older than me. Paul, Carter, his whole crew there. Doug Carter. Who's
Right.
Paul Carter?
I don't know. There might
Who's
be a
Gary
Paul
Carter?
Paul Carter.
Gary
But
Carter's
I'm
got-
not worried about them.
I
We
need my
love Doug
Prevagen.
How
Carter.
about Don Carter, man?
We
Do you
love
have
Doug
anything to do
Carter.
with it?
Remind
Yeah.
me to pay for the parking spots, and it's Doug Carter and his
Remember
crew.
Don with the bent elbow? And he used to shovel that ball up
I'm
there.
a shot fighter.
It was great.
You
yeah.
are.
But again,
You'll
the
be
whole
alive there
the
next
Delaware
Thursday.
crew, they take great care of everybody. I've been a long time customer. I've been getting my Thanksgiving bird there since like 1990 something. It's crazy.
Wow.
30
They're tired
years.
of you, basically, man.
Yeah, but they
they
still-
put up with you. Yeah.
They still indulge me. It's great. DelawareChicken.com is the website for the weekly specials, the daily offerings. Go into Delaware, tell them the Lunchbox sent you, and we'll be there a week from tomorrow on Thursday. The
19th of October.
Thursday the
yes.
19th with the Stone Crab Festival.
Be great. All right, we'll come back. Wrap this up from the pizza
Are we
spot.
done?
Or we're wrapping
Here
up
it-
now.
Oh, we
That's
have
it?
no more
it's over.
spots.
Yeah, all right.
No more spots.
See you later, man.
More pizza. All right, everybody, enjoy every pizza. Enjoy every sandwich.